Hey, it's Mary Romac, and I'm your key to navigating real estate. One of the first things I want to talk about today is, have you ever considered moving? Maybe you just want to visit or go to another city in your state, or maybe you want to go across country and go to another state altogether. What would you do if you could move from New York to Arizona, or from Chicago to Florida, or say from Georgia to Colorado? And what are some of the reasons that you might actually consider moving? So maybe you're tired of the weather. It's too hot, too cold, too dreary wherever you're at, and so you want to go to a different climate. Your children have moved away from home, or they're in college, so now it's time to downsize, or time to upsize and get that dream home that you've always wanted, but we're too afraid to get because the kids might break something. Now you just need to worry about the grandkids, right? Maybe your job situation has given you an opportunity to work remotely, and you can work from anywhere in the country. Or you just want a new start. Life has given you some hard knocks along the way, wherever you're at, and now it's time to just find a fresh start. So it sounds to me like maybe you are focused on making your dash count. And you know, we are passing through this life. So while we can, and while we're healthy, why not consider making that move to another part of the country, to another city in your state, or just across the country? But now you might be saying, well, how do I decide where to go, where to move to? And as the saying goes, the world is your oyster. But for today's purposes and for this video, we're just going to talk about the United States. So no matter where you're thinking of going to, the first thing that's recommended is to start thinking strategically about your vacation destination. So visit different parts of the country each time you go on vacation. Maybe one year you go to the mountainous area, the colder climate, for hiking or for skiing, Colorado, Utah. Maybe another year it's a beach vacation, Florida, California, the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Maybe you like the dry heat, so then you'd be looking at possibly Arizona or New Mexico. And history buffs, you might like to go to places like Massachusetts or Pennsylvania, Delaware, all over on the East Coast there where the 13 colonies were. So first thing, strategically plan your destination. Strategically plan your vacations. Now, when you've gotten to your destination, make sure you rent a car for at least a few days so that you can kind of navigate the area, see what it's like, check out the vibe of the community. You know, if you go to California and you go to LA, drive up the coast to Santa Barbara and see what Santa Barbara's like, or drive down the coast and see what Long Beach is like. Get a vibe for the community. If you're going to the Outer Banks of North Carolina as a destination, then go inland. Go check out Durham or Fayetteville and see what those cities are like. Or if you decide you want to explore Phoenix, then head down south to Tucson, do a little mountain climbing there, or head north to Sedona where you can see the Red Rocks and do a little exploring up that way. Just make sure that you rent a car wherever you're at so that you can kind of get a feel for the community and the vibe of the area to see if it might be a place you want to explore further in the future. So those are just a couple of tips. Strategically plan your vacations and rent a car for at least part of your vacation. Part 2 of our Have You Considered Moving series will be available next week. I hope this has helped you kind of think outside your city and making your dash count. And feel free to give me a call or shoot me a message if you have any further questions. Thanks so much for listening. It's Mary Romac, your key to navigating real estate.